Is it even a DIY video of mine if I don't have my top off at some point in this video? Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys 5 easy DIYs for the beginner sewer, and there's also one no-sew item, so definitely stay tuned for that. I basically want to recreate things that I've seen on my Instagram, on my Pinterest, things that I know are really trendy right now or are coming in for the summer season. So a lot of those are inspired by items that I'm just going to throw up on the screen when it makes sense. But they're all really easy. I kind of learned as I went along, to be honest. I definitely made some mistakes along the way, so I'm excited to show you them. The first thing I made actually was this little top that I am wearing. I already posted it as a teaser for my Instagram, so I felt like it just made sense to start with it. And then I also did a little matching purse, so I'm just gonna roll the tape and show you guys how I did this top. It was super easy. Nothing like sewing and coffee in the morning. Let's do this green top. So my daily trip to Fabricland was a huge success, and I actually went and bought 2 meters of this satin fabric. It's so pretty, and I was so excited for the top that is coming up, as well as the bag. You'll want to cut out 2 squares from your fabric, and I started by cutting them 16 by 16 inches, but if I was able to do this again, I would probably cut them to be more around 14 by 14, and you'll see why later. Guys, fun tip, I use a hair straightener to iron out all the edges, and it was seriously the best tool. I actually prefer it for small projects over a large iron. Then I cut 3 strips, 1 for the neckline and 2 for the sides. The neckline strap will depend on the length you want it to be, but the width was around 1 inch, and when I sew it together, it'll become ½ inch. Make sense? I started to sew the neckline first by folding one of the corners in about 4 inches and sewed straight across, creating a tube for the drawstring to go through. Okay guys, so here's where I realized I went wrong.
Hold on, Grammy's calling me. I'll talk to you later.
Look at me and my fancy apron. Okay, so I have this here, but the triangle is just, oh my god. Okay, I have it on, and it's always good to try on things before you commit, and I love this neckline. I think this is so pretty. However, this is just very long. So I was talking to my sister, and she suggested actually to, instead of cutting this shorter, to make a bust seam. So just basically making the triangle like this. Yeah. So I ended up sewing the bust seam across by folding the top shorter. I actually love this little detail, and it turned out pretty cute, and I was able to sew the straps on after I did this. Guys, here's how it turned out.
Staring at you on this airplane, I ain't worried about nothing, cause you got me feeling like the Wayne Wade in 03. Yeah, you and me, we got the heat, so bump all that anxiety. But you hit to the side of me, I feel like I'm gliding. We can't that thing go ring, ring.
Now the matching bag. You'll actually want to cut out 4 identical U-shaped pieces, and it's much easier to create a template with a tote you already have. But you guys can see I definitely eyeballed this one.
Call back, let them call it out. I don't want you saying that you had a better chance without me. That you wish.
With 2 good sides facing each other, sew along all the sides except the top parts that are the straps. You'll want to leave those out so when you attach the entire bag together, they can connect when it's done. You should have 2 fully lined pieces by now, and to assemble the bag, you'll want to sew along the bottom as well as up the sides, but stop at where those skinny straps begin, and then at the top, you're going to actually want to attach the pieces by the straps. And then just turn the bag inside out, and voila! Satin is so the way to go. Very, very hard to say when you have Invisalign. This no-sew option, it's so cute, guys. Basically, I've been seeing a lot of lingerie inspired pieces. It's super trendy for the summertime, and you can easily thrift them, but also you can flip things that you already have just with a little bit of lace trim that you guys can get at Fabricland, and that's exactly what I did here. Okay, so next DIY, we are actually going to be doing a like almost like a flip. I have this skirt that I have yet to really wear out, and I thought it'd be cute to add a little something to it. So what we're going to actually be doing is really easy. I got this really cute lace trim, and we are just going to be adding it to the slit of the skirt as well as the edge. I think that it's going to just add a little bit of like fun to this, and all we're going to be doing is using Fabric Fusion. This is supposed to be washable, dries clear, non-toxic, permanent. So hopefully that this will be good and I'm able to make this super cute. This glue is kind of temperamental, so I'm going to be putting it on a little piece of paper and going at it with a paintbrush. So what I'm going to do first is this little slit part. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip up the lining right here. So that way I'm able to really work with this. Pin this down with the scalloped edges facing the inside. So I opted to use a paintbrush to apply the glue because I didn't want to put too much on it because we were working with lace trim. Work quickly with this stuff because it dries super quick. It only took about 3 hours for this thing to dry fully. I love the way it looks. It's super girly and feminine and just so cute. This is inspired by this top from With Jean as seen on Embrata, as well as a bunch of other influencers. This top is definitely going to be like the style of the season, and I want to show you guys how to make it before there's going to become a lot of like fast fashion reproductions of it. So as I was in the middle of pretty much conceptualizing this and making it, it came to my attention that someone has actually already created a tutorial on this. Her name is Moya on YouTube, and I'm going to link her tutorial in the description box below because she definitely has a more thought out pattern and everything. I really just kind of went off of like my gut and like basing it on the photo, but she has a very in-depth tutorial on it as well, so I'm going to link it in the description box. But this is how I ended up doing it. Guys, this cute top is essentially 3 pieces, the waistband and the 2 triangles for the bust. Because I want it to be lined on both sides, you're going to cut doubles of each piece, leaving you with 6 pieces total.
You were never meant for me, but now I gotta keep it. Walking downtown.
For the triangle top, I actually used a bikini I had with a similar shape as a template.
I don't know what to do, so I smile and I wave. Everyone's looking like they know what they're doing. Everyone's looking like they know what I'm pursuing.
Pin good sides together and get sewing. Remember to leave a bit unsewed so you're able to actually turn it inside out.
It's easier said than done. That guy, problems with everyone, but it all comes down to.
So I noticed in the With Jean version, there was some gathering on the waistband, so I decided to add some pleating, but it actually really doesn't do much, so you can skip this step entirely. Assembling the top is really easy. All I did was pin the triangle pieces in place in the center of the waistband, sewed it down, and this was the top.
You are my anxiety. It's more than a feeling.
I could not be more proud of the way this turned out. I think that's gonna be so cute for Instagram, so cute for this season, and actually one of the most legit things I have ever made based on my bikini or anything. I was basically on planning giving this dress away because I have so many things like it, but is this dress from Nasty Gal I got like last fall, I believe, and I just honestly was trying to do a major closet purge, and this still had the tags on it, so there was really no point in me keeping it. But then I realized I can make it into a 2-piece outfit. This isn't like a super original concept, but I want to show you guys how I did it with 0 elastic needed and some really basic sewing skills. So if you've been watching me for a while, I got this dress in the fall, and here is what it looked like on me before. First, I decided to actually cut the dress in half. I took the bottom of the dress to create the skirt. Using the previous mini skirt, I eyeballed the length and remembered to account for seam allowance. On the top of the skirt, I actually started to pin a tube for the drawstring to go through, and remember to create a little hole so that way the drawstrings could flow freely and I could tie a bow afterward.
Don't know how to act.
Okay, so we have the skirt pretty much finished. I do need to create a drawstring here, so that way we're able to kind of scrunch it up to our size. So the drawstring is actually going to go into this little tube I made at the top that you guys saw, and I'm going to use the leftover fabric from the bottom of the skirt that I hemmed. To actually create the ribbon or drawstring, it's really simple. It's kind of like what we did before. Measure your waist and leave enough room to tie a bow or a knot. I made my drawstring about 1 inch, meaning that I could cut out a width of 2.5 inches. I actually really hate putting drawstrings through those little holes. I always use a large safety pin or crochet needle to make it a little bit easier.
Hit it with the bag.
So this top was really easy. All I had to do was crop it to the desired length and made sure to take off all the buttons. Since the dress fit pretty well before, I actually didn't need to alter it at all in any other way. So here's my new cute 2-piece set.
Put it on the tab. Don't know how to act. How you like that? How you like that?
Okay guys, that is the end of my tutorials. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know if you guys are going to be doing any of these by tagging me on my Instagram. Also, you can head on over there if you want to see any of these styled in like real actual life. That being said, I am going to go, but I hope you guys are staying safe and well, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye everyone.
I see it in your eyes. Girl, it's on sight, and she know that she a little bad. Hit her with the bag. Put it on the tab.